Welcome back to yet another unboxing video here on my channel. This is Andy in Singapore. We are going to unbox a Seiko Prospex diver, yet another JDM model here on loan from our boutique. Thank you very much, Eric, for so kindly and generously loaning me all these watches for my videos. Alright, so this packaging here, I'm not too familiar with it. Again, has to be one of those JDM type of packaging where it's mostly cardboard, on cardboard and more cardboard. Alright, Seiko Prospex logo. I'm a big fan of the logo. Alright, I don't know why people dislike it. I like the logo, it looks good. And we've got all the paperwork here, manual and warranty information. 8L35 movement. Alright, so this is the higher end dive watch. Here it is. Ta-da! This is the MM300. This is sort of like the holy grail before you enter a GS price zone. This one does sport the 8L movement. Reference number for the watch is SLA023J1. Alright, and wow, retail price for the watch is what? Euros? $3,200. Alright, wow, okay. Really thick and tall watch here. But the blue here, the shade of blue here looks really good. Alright, it's got all the Seiko classic dive watch design elements, 4 o'clock crown, very classic looking watch face, watch dial here with all the dot markers as well as everything done in the correct proportion. Alright, let me just put this aside. I hope it doesn't fall off, okay? Because this is not my watch, it's a loan set. Alright, and over here they've got an additional dive strap. Okay, I think I've reviewed one of the MM300 models, some kind of limited edition, and that one also came with an extra dive watch strap, rubber strap. So this is probably the deal with all these JDM dive models. You know, they give you one more strap for you to change out if you should feel like wearing your watch on a rubber strap. With the lens slightly zoom in now, let's have a closer look at the MM300 SLA023. Whoa. Despite the case size being so thick and so big, I think this must be a 46mm dive watch. The watch doesn't feel very heavy. I wonder why. Okay, this is definitely not titanium, stainless steel model, and if I'm not wrong, it is not stated in the spec sheet, but this one does have Zaratsu polishing, hence there is no Daishu coating on this watch. Alright, so that's the deal with Seiko. When they put in Zaratsu polishing, they don't put in Daishu coating to their metal. Alright, so according to official word from Seiko, it's because when you have Zaratsu polishing, you're not allowed to put Daishu coating, because for Zaratsu polishing you can actually bring it back to Japan and, you know, sort of refinish, do a refinish. And now I've also removed the protective film on the watch case itself. Okay, this is a really beautiful looking shade of blue. Again, I think this is how you get it right for a blue dial, right? It's not overly bright, not gaudy, not cheap looking. This is how you do it, right? With just the right amount of sheen and shine going on and the right amount of light play. Okay, so on hand, I think it feels really good, but I need to spend some time to sort of scrutinize the overall level of Zaratsu polishing on this one. Alright, so on first impression, it does look really good. Alright, let's do a quick check on the bezel action here. Okay. Oh, so this is what the fuss is all about, right? So this bezel action here is totally different from, you know, the 1500 type of Seiko diver. Alright, very crisp. Doesn't feel like the spongy and soft clicking anymore. Okay, wow, okay. Now, alright, this is indeed a higher end when it comes to Seiko diver, right? 8L movement, Zaratsu polishing and all that. Really nice overall finishing here on the MM300. Let's do a really quick check on the handset alignment. I'll go for 12 o'clock first. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's try for 3 o'clock. Okay, no problems at all. Alright, so again, really good to see a nicely aligned everything on a Seiko. Okay, so this crown action here feels pretty good as well. Really nice size to it. The only thing I'm not so convinced would be the overall thickness of this watch. It does feel like a 15mm thickness here. Very bulky. I think it's going to sit really tall on a smaller wrist. And of course there's this ratcheting dive extension clasp here. Alright, so again, this is what the fuss is all about. Alright, when it comes to MM300, you've got this ratcheting clasp here to go over your dive suit and all. Zooming out for a quick wrist shot of the MM300. So true to my belief, you can see that this watch is indeed very tall. I think it's going to be very top heavy if you don't have a large wrist, and might not be good for a daily wearer because you're bound to knock this one onto the table, onto the doorway, I don't know, on the shelves, in your glove box, in your car and all that. So it doesn't feel very good for a daily wearer, but of course the wrist presence is there, and I think the quality is definitely there for this higher end Seiko diver. Stay tuned for the full detailed review of the SLA023. This is Andy in Singapore. I'll see you next week for more watch review videos. Bye bye.